And most Christian podcasts and books that I read just don't get this. And I know there's a lot that are trying to minister, but I feel like sometimes the Christian ones, which is the ones I was trying to listen to, still stay in this weird place and they don't talk, they avoid tough topics. And so sometimes going into church after a divorce feels like we're walking into a hospital all bloody and we're being shown a chart of what a healthy body looks like. Like, how does that help at all? In our pain, sometimes we get looked down on like we're broken until we find our new partner. So then we can just be a happy Christian family again. This is how we feel sometimes. Like, imagine telling a heroin addict, like, hey, just don't do it. Like, see how that works. Like, that's not going to help the heroin addict at all. Well, imagine telling a newly divorced Christian, just go to church. Like, somehow that's going to solve the problem. Like, it doesn't. Church, Jesus may be the answer. Don't get me wrong. Church isn't necessarily, right? I mean, okay, so heroin addicts know how to talk to other addicts because they've been there and done that. Well, churches are screaming, just come to church, Jesus, small groups, all the thing. But the UnYoked podcast is going to talk to, encourage, lift up, and guide those who are traveling the road of unrooting their marriage and to start recovering and build their new lives. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something that's probably very different than some of you are used to, and a few of you won't even feel comfortable with. We're going to speak in realities. On the UnYoked podcast, we're going to question the church. We're going to question traditional advice. We're going to question American Christian culture. That's not all we're going to do, but it's part of what we're going to we're going to challenge some of the advice, and we're going to talk through the milestones with a Christian lens on. We're going to talk about how we feel, not how we should feel, if that makes sense. If you want a podcast that tells you, here's the biblical view of marriage, well, you just move on and go to YouTube. There's plenty of other people out there talking about that. But if you want to discuss the realities of your feelings and the facts of how your marriages destroy our souls, our families, sometimes our future, and how we can navigate them well, even when our church and our friends don't always walk well beside us. So subscribe and let's journey together.